Hi YouTube, these are some of my thoughts about existing as a male in this modern world. If you don't like them, that's okay. I'm just reading them off a computer screen. It's probably not all, it's all very hurried and very unprofessional. I'm reading it and posting it purely out of loneliness. I don't know anybody who thinks the same way I do. So here it is. I think there are times in any man's life where he asks himself, am I a seriously ill individual? Or am I just human? Am I just normal? The run of things and thoughts, the male sex instinct, coupled with the relatively new idea of morality in the modern age. The male sex instinct, that is to assume the preset set of instructions that govern my own instinct, is the same as every other human male, tells me to try and have sex with any suitable female. As far as I can tell, the generic male role in the modern society is to tie, or allow myself to be tied, to a single mate and devote the bulk of my waking hours to making as much cash as possible in order to progress, both emotionally and financially, forward the team, establish a dynasty or something, acquire land and such, build, breed, borrow. This appears to be the typical run of things. But what of history? Genetics, evolution, gods, I don't know why I put that there. All I'm really trying to say is I feel there is a great deal wrong with the way we as an order of animals function as a society. The natural order of things, I feel, is unnatural. We are born into a society with firmly established rules of which we as individuals have no say. The natural order of things as it stands is to assimilate and procreate. Embody the persona of an age and culture. We are what we wear, drink, drive, occupy ourselves with. All obvious observations. People hear it, and they see it, understand it even. But in the end, everyone assimilates, and some things get put aside. Things like one's identity, creativity, the pursuit of leisure in lieu of something greater, status, relationships with groups of people, purity, cleansed in uniformity. If we all want the same thing, then the natural order of things is predictable, safe, economically hopeful. What of the wants of the individual, though? What of my wants? It's all tightly regulated. If we all want the same thing, then those things can be tightly regulated and controlled. We could delve into the why of the things. Why do we all want the same thing? I think it's because of our sex. Our sex tells us to do whatever is necessary in order to procreate. It is an irrefutable, irresistible force. It becomes ever more urgent as we age. That is to say, every human has the same set of instructions built in, telling us to breed. And in order to breed in modern society, you've got to follow the rules. The ones who follow the rules best have the best chance of passing on their genes. Again, all obvious observations. So the quandary I, and no doubt other people, none of whom I know, hence this video, often wallow in is, what if the rules conflict with what I as an individual animal believes? I'm not necessarily talking of illegal things, just everyday things, like whether or not to devote your entire being to 2 weeks of reports. The proletariat or the idiot will say, that's just the way the world is. Whereupon you should quickly excuse yourself, lest they go on a regurgitative tirade of more tired and feeble aphorisms. Of course, they'd be right to a point. I don't offer a solution. Only a voice that says, however meekly, that I'm not content to live in a society of those who follow the creed and store-bought set of ideals the TV and its affiliated bodies dictates. My quiet and silence and solitude dictate to me the same. I am myself, however dysfunctional and alone. Not to say unhappy or even sad, just vexed. A group of animals select their own leader, and no one questions the why. Our desires are very specific. We crave control, influence, and the current order of things. Sexual desirability is related directly to the accruement of the tightly regulated items we all desire. Cars, houses, and an apparent ability to generate figures in an account affect directly the level of our perceived comfort and independence, when of course all it really displays of the individual is his or her ability to leap through the established set of hoops that comprise our modern society. Thank you.